Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to this Boxing Day reading about the full moon in the sign of Cancer at 4 degrees. So 4 degrees is the Cancer degree. So there's quite a potent energy around us today with regard to our home and our family and our sense of security. So over this last few days, where a lot of people have been celebrating in various different ways with family and friends, and some of us without family and friends. So when the moon is full, it shines a direct light on whichever house it is in. And as I say, it's in the sign of Cancer, so there may be a lot of people with sore heads this morning, but also there may be some sorrow and some sadness still floating around for those who don't have any family connections or have not been embraced by friends, family, community and such like. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are some really lovely potentialities showing up. And so Miss Lyra would like to share some messages with you. And we've got the cards here. They've been shuffled. And so we'll pull a few and see what Miss Lyra and the universe has to say. Well, here we are. Here's Miss Lyra doing a jolly good toe wash. She's got a belly full of chicken, and even when they are asleep, the galactic fur babies are still transmitting information from the home planet, and also they're receiving energies from us to take back to the home planet. So whatever's been going on over the last couple of days, we'll see in the cards what the messages are with regard to this full moon in Cancer. So as I said, they've been shuffled. We'll cut into 3 piles. And we'll have a look-see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Usually on a full moon I can't sleep, but I did last night. It was lovely. Because I'm Cancerian, I suppose, we harmonised and we had a very good night's rest. So here we are. Let's have a look, see what's the messages are. Page of Cups, Temperance, Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles in the past, 10 of Swords, Two of Wands, 3 of Wands. Oh, lovely. Oh, that's smashing. I like the bottom row. Very good. And let's look what's on the bottom of the pack. The Lovers. Lovely. Jolly good. So, the energy of this full moon. So the first card, the Page of Cups, that will denote the overall energies of what's around us at the moment. So a page is just a young energy, and there's another one there. So 2 pages. Ooh, almost a book. So the Page of Cups is to do with our emotions, how we deal with new, young, fresh ideas coming into our lives. And because the moon is in Cancer, that's the suit of cups. And the cups are water energy. They are to do with our emotions, but also our intuition, our deep sense of knowingness. So intuition is tuition inside, so coming from within us, not necessarily being influenced by what is outside of us. So the energies of this full moon, whatever you think the full moon or the moon might be, is encouraging us and stirring us to new ideas about love and about um, our intuitive side of things coming online, because there's a great shift of energies that a lot of you may be aware of in the universe, the cosmos, waking us up to all sorts of new ways of being and living. And a lot of those things are to do with our intuition, our knowingness, and being able to discard all of those things that have been taught to us externally and embracing those things that are awakening to us internally. The Ten of Swords in the centre, well, tens are good because that's a completion. It's the ending of a major cycle. So this is to do with worry, with anxiety, overthinking. Swords are our minds, our sense of communication. And in a previous video, I mentioned about Mercury retrograde, which we're still in until the 1st of January. But there is a dark aspect of Mercury or Hermes, and he's called Loki. So you may know of him in the Marvel movies, what sort of character he is. But he's the dark aspect, and he's known as the trickster. He likes to play practical jokes or even dirty, rotten tricks. So because Mercury is still retrograde at the moment, this is just to remind you that when the trickster appears, he can be extremely charming and weave a spell, tie you up in knots emotionally with all sorts of promises and such like. And one good example of that is the red flags when it comes to any form of communication. So if you get a message on your phone saying that your bank account has been closed or somebody needs some money to help them out with their car's broken down or something, that can be the trickster. That can be Loki's energy that has decided to come and wreak havoc in your life. So just be aware that energy could be floating around. But as it's a 10, we're coming to the end of that. This character here is Athena, and she's the goddess of the hearth and the home. She was a warrior goddess, and you see she's holding a sword up. She didn't necessarily want to go charging in there and into battle. She was very clever with words. So if there is anything of the trickster energy around, just use your words carefully. Listen very carefully to what others have to say to you. Do not sign on the dotted line. Think carefully about what is being said and ask for proof. And then you should be pretty okay. So we move into the energies of temperance. So this is Aquarius energy. Aquarius is known as the water bearer or water carrier. Or Miss Lyra's having a stretch. It's not a water sign, it's an air sign. So sometimes people get a bit confused as to what Aquarius is all about. So, and also this is Iris. She's the goddess of the rainbows. So you can see she has a rainbow going from her dress all the way up and around her. And water is, again, our intuition, our emotions. And so the temperance card suggests where there have been great highs and great lows with our emotions. This is much more tempered. It's a settling energy, moving out of feeling entrapped or stuck in a situation that for a while you thought you couldn't get out of, but you certainly can. There are ways and means coming into our lives now which will ensure that we will not be trapped by our emotions of those who impose their ways of being and thinking upon us. So there's an empowerment